Hey guys, it's Apollo and this is my Hotseat tutorial video. I've gotten a lot of questions about hot seats, how they work, are they complicated, can you play with friends, are they online? I'm going to go over all those questions in this video. First off, is it complicated? No, it's not complicated at all. It's actually really simple. If you know how to use email, then you know how to play a Hotseat campaign. Now, is it online? No, technically not. It's not online. Everybody plays on their local machine, and you're not really playing technically with anyone. This is how it works. Now, I'm going to go in more detail later, but this is just a general overview of how it works. Someone hosts the campaign, and then they play their turn, and then they save it, and then they send it to the next player. Then they play their turn and do the same thing to the next player, and then the next player, and then it repeats. After how many players there is, it will repeat, and then the first player will start turn 2, and then he'll send it again. So it's just a big loop of turns, and then it just continues that way until someone wins. If that's confusing, don't worry, I'll go in more detail here soon. So how to host a Hotseat campaign? Well, you can do that with all the expansions of Medieval 2 Total War. You can do it for the Teutonic Americas, you can do it for the Crusader and the Britannia. This is how it works. You go to your main menu here, then go to multiplayer, and you should see a button here that says Hotseat Campaign. You're going to go ahead and click on that. Now this is showing pretty much what you see on single player menu if you're going to start a single player campaign. Same thing, you do have some settings here that are slightly different. You can adjust the difficulty. You can also disable the console. That will prevent people from cheating using cheat codes. Of course, people still cheat. Show CPU moves, manage all cities. You got use passwords, auto-resolve battles, and no battle time limit. So those are some settings. You can set whatever you like, whatever you want to have in your hot seat, you can set that. Now, if you look over here at the factions, you have them flashing. This means that every flashing faction means it's going to be a human player. So let's say we have 4 players ready to go. We've got me playing as the Teutonic, we got Joe playing as Lithuania, we got Alex playing as Denmark, I'm just making these people up, and you have Bob playing as Novgorod. So you guys are ready to go. I think it's a smart idea to set up a Steam group. If you're like distant friends, or if you're really close friends, you can use email, but I'll get to that later. So say all 4 players, all 4 factions are going to be human players. Make sure you click on them. See how when I click on it and it flashes again, and then when I don't click on it, it doesn't flash? That means this faction will be controlled by the AI, and that only these 3 factions will be human controlled factions. So let's go ahead and click on all of them. And say I'm hosting and I want to play as the Teutonic Order. Let's go ahead and start this, and I'll meet you at the menu. Here is the first menu that you will see once you start a Hotseat campaign. I selected the Teutonic Order, so this is my turn. You can clearly see whose turn it is just by looking at the shield here and the name Teutonic Order. It's obvious that this is my turn. Once you set up a Hotseat campaign, since I select that I do want passwords, you have to type in a password to get started. So you can create a password. I'm just going to do something really short and simple, and then you verify it, and then you start your turn. So you are looking at a Hotseat campaign right here, and it's just like single player at this point. Just like single player, technically everything around you is controlled by the AI. It is controlled by humans, but you'll see what I'm talking about later. You have your armies here. Everything is the same. So say you've done everything you want to do for your turn. You built your buildings, you built your armies, you sent your priest over to harass the pagans. Then you're done. So once you finish your turn, you're going to go ahead and end your turn. And this is where you save it. So you're going to go ahead, press escape, and then it'll pop up the save menu, and you can go and you can save game, and you can say like, oh, Hotseat campaign, blah blah. You can name it whatever you want. It's a smart idea to say like Hotseat and then write the next faction that's up. So the next faction was Lithuania, so you can put Lithuania, and then you can say what turn it is. It's just a good way to stay organized and so people won't lose their place and stuff. it's just good practice. So you save the game, so just click on the save button like so here, and it says game save succeeded. At this point you can go ahead and quit out of the game. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Alright guys, you just played your turn and you saved your file, and now this is the important part of a Hotseat campaign. You have to get that save file to the next player. There is a order to Hotseat campaign, so pay attention to the order. I think the next player was Lithuania, so we have to get that save file to Lithuania. There's two really good ways to do this. One, you can use email. If you know the other player's email, you can attach the file to the email and send it to them. Or you can use Mediafire, which is a website where you can upload files, and then it'll give you a link to that file, and then people can download it and put it into their Medieval 2 folder. So let me go ahead and show you how to grab that file from your Medieval 2 folder. Basically, you're going to go to Start, Computer, Local Disk, Program Files. Then you're going to scroll down to Steam, Steam Apps, Common, and you're going to go to Medieval 2 Total War folder. And don't go to Saves just yet. You're going to go to the Mods folder, and then you're going to go to the Teutonic one because you are playing on the Teutonic expansion. If you're playing on the Crusades, you're going to go to the Crusades. If you're playing on the Americas, you can go to the Americas. Pretty plain and simple. Whatever mod you're playing, go to that folder. So we'll go to Teutonic, go to Saves, and remember what we named it. This is important in case you have a lot of saves. Make sure you name your saves a special name. So we named it Ha-Lith Turn 1 FF. You can go ahead and grab that file, drag it to the desktop. You can also copy it in case you want an extra copy, but you don't necessarily need one. Alright guys, so we got the file on the desktop. Now you can use your email or Mediafire to send the file to the next player. If you're using Mediafire, you're going to upload it, and then you're going to send the link to the next player. So make sure you notify the next player that, hey, I'm done with my turn, now it's your turn. So, for example, just for tutorial sake, say that we're the Lithuanian player, and we need to take the recently downloaded file and put it into our Medieval 2 folder. Well, it's pretty much the same process, but I'll show you anyways. You're going to go to Start, Computer, Local Disk, Program Files. Again, same process. Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Medieval 2 Total War, Mods, Teutonic. And then what you're going to do is you're going to grab this folder, put it into your saves folder, just like that. It is in our saves folder. Now what you're going to do is launch Medieval 2 once again. So again, just imagine that we're the Lithuanian player. So have that mindset once we launch the game. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Alright guys, here we are in the main menu of the Teutonic expansion once again. Now remember, we are playing as the Lithuanian player, just for tutorial sake. So we grabbed the file from the Teutonic order. So thank you, Teutonic order. Oh, no problem, Lithuania. Good luck. Okay, thanks. All right. Anyways, you're gonna go to load game. All right, just like if you were gonna load a single player game. Then you're gonna go to load load campaign game, and then you will see your saved file right here. We see Ha-Lith T1FF. That's it. Here we go. Let's load it. And look at this. We are at the menu for the Lithuanian player. Since this is the Lithuanian's first time playing, he's going to create a password. So let's create a very complex password. There we go. And let's verify it, and we start turn. Now look at this. We no longer see the Teutonic cities because now we are Lithuania. And so the Lithuanian gets to play, he builds, he sends forces, he attacks the Teutonic Order or whoever he wants, and then he ends his turn just like the Teutonic Order did. And then once he's at that part, you can exit, you can save your game, and I think up next is Novgorod. So remember to save your file a very special name to stay organized. So Hotseat, say Nov, short for Novgorod, and then say turn 1. So you're going to save it. Very nice. That file is saved, and then you're going to redo that process, send that file through email or MediaFire. Now, just for example's sake, say we're the Novgorod player now, and we've gotten our turn. We're going to do the same thing, create a very complicated password, and then start the turn. And look, it's his turn now, and now he's controlling Novgorod. It's a really cool process. He's going to end his turn, and he's going to save the game, just like we did before. Let's just save it real quick. Very good. And then you're going to send that file to Denmark. Denmark plays, creates his password, and then start turn. Denmark plays. I know this is a bit much, but I'm just making sure this is clear. He ends the turn. Very nice. And then he will save it right here. And look at this. We're back to the Teutonic Order, and you don't have to enter a password and verify it. You just have to enter your password once because it was already verified. That's simple, guys. You just play, and then you slaughter each other, and you have fun, you laugh, you cry, you hug each other, and then you backstab each other. It's a lot of fun. I hope you enjoy. I hope this wasn't too confusing. I made sure to make it super duper clear. Hopefully me doing that didn't make it more complicated, but it's easy as using a email. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this helps out. I hope you guys have a lot of fun playing against your friends, and good luck to you in your next Hotseat campaign.